Hi, Deborah Peters here again from Neuroengineering Institute. I have another tool to share with you. First of all, let me give you an idea of what I'd like to share with you today, and it's about the problem of taking things personally. And I'm sure in your life you find yourself taking things personally. Someone says something, someone does something, something happens, and you automatically take it personal, like I'm bad, I'm wrong, there's something wrong with me. All of these inner dialogues that go on that are, demeaning and a way of keeping us hostage to our negative emotions. Well, let me introduce you to a concept. In neurolinguistic programming, in the practitioner level of neurolinguistic programming, we introduce you to this concept that NLP has a set of presuppositions. Presuppositions are just simply convenient assumptions to help us gain some perspective on what we can learn in this toolbox. And so one of those presuppositions is that the unconscious mind, the unconscious part of us, the part of our mind that we're not consciously aware of, unless you've done some work on yourself and you begin to get some traction in that area, actually is hardwired to take things personally. So when things happen in our lives, when people say things, when we have experiences that aren't necessarily good, or someone says something negative about us, or there's a comment made, or we're not successful in an area of our lives, we take that on perhaps and take sort of a negative approach to it, meaning there's something wrong with us. And so I'd like to introduce you to this concept so you can set yourself free so that you don't have to take things personally anymore. And it's kind of like one of those, it's like a fine line between being aware of that is even an issue, that's a hardwired process within us, and then the step is how to change it. Well, I can tell you that one of my favorite ways to get past this hardwiring, if you will, is to clear up some of the negative emotions that, and perhaps even the limiting decisions that you've made about yourself. So when you let go of anger, when you let go of fear, especially fear, because fear holds us hostage, when you let go of resentment, when you release the limiting decisions that you have about yourself, then you're actually able to set yourself free from this concept of taking everything personally. And I can guarantee you, when you let go of these things and you stop taking things so personally, the world takes on a whole other sort of dimension. Colors get brighter, life gets better, nicer people show up, you have greater, more fulfilling relationships, and pretty much every area of your life will come together. And so there's an exercise that I like to use for that, and it's called timeline therapy. And in the timeline therapy process, you just simply go back in time to the root cause of the event where this all began, like whether it's the anger or the sadness or the limiting decision, and you replace the negative connection that you've made to the circumstance with a positive learning. And so you can do that now while you're even sitting at your desk and watching this clip. You can think of something in your past where you started to feel angry or resentful or had a limiting decision like I'm not good enough, and you can replace it with a positive learning like I am good enough, I'm perfect just as I am. And that will give you the tools to stop taking things personally.